Good morning. I'm Jasmine Anderson. Congestion pricing is another step closer to reality today. The public comment period is now open. It's your time to speak up about the $15 toll to drive into Manhattan below 60th Street. The MTA board voted 9-1 in favor of moving ahead with the plan. The lone no vote coming from Nassau County's board representative. So what's next?
If you are a driver and you're driving into the city regularly, you don't want to pay a new toll. This is going to be on top of the tolls that you already pay, an additional $15. People out here on Long Island, we did a poll with Siena College, came out last week, a couple of weeks ago, showed that nearly 3/4 of Long Island voters are against this. They say this is the kind of thing that pushes people out of New York altogether. But transit advocates, people who use the subway, who use the railroad, who live in the city, a lot of them think this is a good thing. It'll get more cars off the road, it'll improve air quality, and it will fund infrastructure investments in transit.
A series of hearings are expected in February or March. The plan will then come back to the board for final approval. Read more about congestion pricing on Newsday.com. Click Get More below the Newsday TV video box. A hunt for a shooter in Suffolk today. Police say a man whom they have not identified was shot and seriously injured in Central Islip yesterday evening on Elm Street. Investigators are trying to determine what led up to the shooting. Ceremonies today to mark 30 years since the Long Island Railroad massacre. Nassau's county executive and police commissioner will join the community for a wreath laying at the Maryland Avenue LIRR station. It was December 7th, 1993, when Colin Ferguson opened fire on a commuter train, killing 6 people and wounding 19 others. Ferguson is serving a sentence of 315 years and 8 months in prison. Tonight is the first night of Hanukkah. Jewish Long Islanders tell us this year's celebrations feel a little somber amid the latest conflict in the Middle East. The Festival of Lights begins at sundown and ends December 15th. For a list of local Hanukkah events beginning tonight, go to Newsday.com, click Get More below the Newsday TV video box. Long Islanders are joining the nation in remembering a day of infamy. Today is Pearl Harbor Day. There are several events on the island today, including the dropping of roses at the American Air Power Museum. It was December 7th, 1941, when Japan launched a surprise military strike on Pearl Harbor in Hawaii. More than 2,000 Americans were killed. And today, we're hearing from a Long Islander who soon after called that naval base home. Macy Eglund has a story you'll see only in Newsday.
It's been 82 years since the attack on Pearl Harbor, a deadly day now 97-year-old Fred Liebold read about in the papers, and not long after, it became the naval base he called home. Liebold was 15 years old, living in Queens when the attack on Pearl Harbor happened, and as soon as he was old enough, just 17, he enlisted in the Navy.
In those days, everybody my age was joining or being drafted.
It had been 2 years since the attack when he was stationed at Pearl Harbor. Liebold says he was able to help others fighting in the war by working at Aiea Heights Hospital and unloading ships that had come into the harbor.
When they send a group of guys home, we'd load my truck. I drove a 2, 4, 6, 8, 10-wheeler, big Army heavy truck, because a lot of luggage, and we take that down and help them load.
Liebold spent over 2 years stationed at Pearl Harbor. He was honorably discharged in May of 1946 and returned to New York, where he became a banker. But his time in the Navy and at Pearl Harbor itself remains close to his heart.
It's a beautiful place. If I had to go to the Navy again, I'd go right back to the same place.
Reporting for Newsday TV, I'm Macy Eglund.
A new tribute to Long Island veterans on this Pearl Harbor Day. The post-6249 VFW World War II and Military History Museum opens today here in Rocky Point. The museum showcases a local veteran's uniform who survived the attack, as well as baseball memorabilia from veterans Yogi Berra and Ted Williams.
The purpose of the museum is to highlight the military experiences, the stories, and to be thankful to all of our local and national veterans.
The museum also highlights Long Island's military history, including George Washington's spy trail and Albert Einstein's influence on the atomic bomb while staying on the North Fork. A blockbuster baseball trade. The Yankees have acquired all-star slugger Juan Soto from the Padres. The outfielder is arguably the best available player at this position. The 25-year-old Soto helped lead the Nationals to a World Series title in 2019. Newsday's Eric Boland is also reporting that the Bronx Bombers have emerged as a favorite to land Japanese star right-hander Yoshinobu Yamamoto to stand by. Checking out your hyper-local forecast, mostly cloudy today, highs around 40 degrees. Tonight, lows in the 30s. Tomorrow, partly cloudy with highs around 46 degrees. So make sure you prepare for that. A look at your 7-day forecast coming up.
Long Island weather is brought to you by Home Tax Saver, PTRC Incorporated.
For many Long Island families, the holiday season is not complete without a trip to see the Rockettes. And this year, a Long Islander is taking the stage with the world-famous dance company. Elisa DiStefano has a story you'll see only in Newsday.
So this is where the Christmas magic happens.
We are in the Rockettes dressing room. We do our own hair and makeup for each show.
And this is where we start our day.
The Rockettes have kicked off their holiday season with a new Long Islander, Uniondale's Brianna Marshall, in the lineup.
Ever since I was a little girl, I grew up seeing the Rockettes. Every time I walk into that stage, I just feel so inspired and so lucky that I get to inspire other girls that look like me. Being a person of color on the line, I feel really super special that I get this opportunity. There's not many girls that look like me, and the fact that I get to inspire other little girls' dreams and for them to know that it's possible to do it just like I'm doing it is very special for me to experience both on and off stage.
Brianna and 18-year Rockette vet, Oceanside's Tara Dunleavy-Tuberty, performing 2 to 4 shows a day on the great stage at Radio City Music Hall.
We are currently on stage right of the stage. This is one of our
right there, the
booths.
stage.
It's right around the corner. We do most of our costume changes in this room. One of our fastest changes is under 90 seconds.
There are 9 numbers in each 90-minute show. The newest, Dance of the Frost Fairies.
We actually have fairy wings added to our costumes. Each costume is tailored to us. And here is our Santa costume.
This is my workout for the day. And of course, the oldest number in the show.
The iconic Parade of the Wooden Soldiers.
These pants are really stiff.
Yes.
Getting them off in 78 seconds is a skill that I have developed. Do you want to try the hat on?
I could barely walk in it. I don't know how. I don't know how you ladies dance in it.
Every single Rockette has worn this costume and been a wooden soldier, so I just feel so honored to be a part of the line and be a part of this legacy.
World famous for precision, intricate choreography, and eye-high kicks. Since I've only been feeling kicks, not doing kicks.
You're gonna have to go easy on me this year.
5, 6, 7, 8, 1.
The Rockettes do over 200 kicks per show.
That was enough for me.
Elisa DiStefano, Newsday TV.
Elisa, you did great. Read more about this story on Newsday.com. Click Get More below the Newsday TV video box.
What's Up on Long Island is brought to you by PC Richard & Son.
It's Friday Eve, and here's what's up on Long Island.
Steve, we're back. Talking Sopranos lives again.
Yeah. I've been trying to get a hold of you for like the last month and a half.
In conversation with The Sopranos, Steve Sciarippa and Michael Imperioli talk about the classic HBO show at the Paramount in Huntington Sunday.
We're back.
You have the cool, clear eyes of a seeker of wisdom and truth.
Long Island native Jane Monheit is returning home for the holidays. She'll perform jazz, pop, and songs from her album Merriest. It's Saturday evening at the Stoller Center for the Arts Recital Hall in Stony Brook. See the Nutcracker, the holiday classic with Clara, the Prince, and the Sugar Plum Fairy will be performed by the Peconic Ballet Theater. It's Saturday and Sunday at the West Hampton Beach Performing Arts Center. For admission info and more events, click Get More below the Newsday TV video box on our homepage.
Watch Newsday TV on the big screen. Use the remote to activate Siri, Alexa, Roku, or the Google Assistant on your streaming device. Say Install Newsday. Newsday TV, covering Long Island like no one else can.
I'm Jasmine Anderson. Thank you so much for watching. We'll leave you with a look at your hyperlocal 7-day forecast.